Yo, what's up, everybody? Good evening. Today's date is now, wow, September the 24th already. Where does the time go? Time just goes by so incredibly fast. I still remember it being last year. The time from last year to this year just flew by. Just like every year, I could never keep up with how quickly things are going. Okay, so welcome everybody. Let's get this live stream on the road. It's now September the 24th. It's a Wednesday. It is about 9 p.m. here in Istanbul. You guys have me for another, how many months? October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, and June, and July. About 10 more months, and then I'm moving back to Canada. I'm going to be moving to Ontario because my parents are very elderly. And I think it's important for me to spend their elderly time with them. You know, I'm going to buy a mansion and I'm going to invite them to come live with me. My girlfriend and I are going to take care of my parents. So we're going to move to Canada. It's time to leave Istanbul. I had fun here for, it'll be 5 years when I leave, but it's now time to move on to different things. So right now, let's talk. Today we're going to talk about Bitcoin, how it's trending, Ethereum, altcoin season, and potentially look for some altcoin setups today. Bitcoin is not really popular right now. Nobody cares about Bitcoin in any way. Nobody's focused on Bitcoin. The Bitcoin dominance is just falling slowly, but not fast enough. So for those that don't know, this is what altcoin season looks like. There's a parabolic drop from a high to a low, and it usually is between 36 to about 40. That's where the altcoin season really begins, or 30, 35 to 45, around that range for an altcoin season where people start to unload their Bitcoins. Bitcoin still goes up steadily, but not nearly as much as altcoins go up. Right now, we're starting to see that drop, but nothing too parabolic to the downside quite yet. Okay, so Bitcoin's not really of much interest to me. I'm not going to be accumulating it. I want to bring up something that I should probably bring up that people don't like to bring up, but it's basically Bitcoin's all-time high, right? If you take a look at how we're trending, we are trending like this. This is a higher high. Okay, the higher high has been established for about 7 years now. I think you'd all agree with me that the higher high has been established for 7 years. Not only that, it broke above it temporarily right around this range. You can all see that with your own eyes. I'm not making anything up. And then we bull trapped a monster amount. We stayed up there for about 6 weeks and then we fell right back down. That's not a good thing. These setups are designed to break down. Whenever you see kind of a wedge like that with a higher high and also a higher low, every time, usually over a long period of time, it breaks down. So in this range right here, and also people are very, you know, when I say something like Bitcoin's gonna get to $35,000, people are in absolute fucking disbelief that it could even be possible. People are like, why the fuck would you say that? That they get very angry because they can't believe it. You know, like whenever newer traders get, like whenever they hear that a bear market could begin, they don't understand how the hell could anyone believe that. How could anyone even say that we would get to $35,000, right? Well, easy. If you look in 2012, after the bull market, okay, we ended up dropping like a pretty substantial amount, okay? Like a ridiculous amount we ended up dropping down. We ended up dropping like huge, like look at 2012. Okay, like we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back in time. After the bull market in 2012, 2013, look what happened. We had a drawdown of about I can't quite get it in there. Right here, about 67%, right, of a drawdown. And then the next year after that, after the 2017 bull market, right? And actually we went down even lower in 2015. If you take a look, right, in the 2013 bull market, if you take a look here, the drawdown in 2015's bear market was around 78%. So from the all-time high, in 2013's bull market, we dropped 78%, or actually 87%, my bad. And then the next bull market, and after that, you can even see for yourself, in 2019's bear market, we fell down a total of 83%, 84%. And then in last year's bear market, in 2013 or 2023, we fell down 75%. So why is it unexpected if we were at the all-time high right now already? I'm not saying we are, but I don't think we're going to get that much more. And I'm going to give you guys proof why I believe it. It's not like it's magical, made up fucking numbers pulled out of my anus, you know? It's not like that at all. It's like concrete facts that it could be possible. So if you look at the drawdown of every single, actually, we'll just talk about 2017. This is not fucking magical coincidence, okay? Like this is not something you make up or you can even joke about. Just take a look exactly how many days this is, guys. Okay, and the drawdown to the very bottom. Is it a coincidence that it's exactly 1 year from the all-time high in 2017 to the bottom of the bear market? It's actually 365 days that the bear market lasted. 84% down. Now, wouldn't it be funny if the next bear market did the exact same thing? How fucking magical would it be if for some reason the next bear market did the exact same thing? From the top to the very, very bottom over here, guess what? 360 motherfucking 5 days as well to the market bottom. So in 2017's bull market and 2021's bull market, the bear market both lasted exactly 365 days, right? Like, you can't make that up. So let's just say hypothetically that we get to an all-time high in October, wherever that is. It doesn't matter where it is. It's going to be this break. This yellow line, once that breaks, that's going to be the determining point. I'm going to guess somewhere maybe even November, maybe December, the latest. So if we fell down, let's just say from over here, you know, like let's just say we get an all-time high like November, and then we drop down, you know, a typical 77% over 365 days again. Guess what? You got yourself a $32,000 hit. The $32,000 trend line hit on the lower, higher low, right? Take a look. This is the lower high right here. This yellow line has been so important because it's called an expanding diagonal, guys. Okay, an expanding diagonal, this is how they always behave. So would you be really that surprised if the bear market ended soon and we did hit 35K? No, I wouldn't be surprised in any way at all. I'm going to guess somewhere in November, December, we're going to have a parabolic drop to anywhere between 30K to 35K. And this is how my money is made. It's not made by like, you motherfuckers, like, I just want to say something, okay? You have had, dear fucking God, you have had a whopping 1,000 days to make money. 1,000 glorious fucking days, okay? And you've had many altcoins that have gone up already. Like, understand dilution. You know, understand that there's a lot of shit coins out there now, and it's going to be shitty. You got some of your top cryptos, like Polkadot, that did 245% once, 245% twice. You got coins like Solana that moved up from $8, you know, to $300 that did 3,600%. You got coins like Cardano, you know, Cardano that did monstrous moves like twice. You know, like we're talking about billion-dollar market cap coins, 267, you know, another 370%. And you're bitching about not having a fucking altcoin season. Like, there's 4,000 plus shit coins out there right now. Not everything can rally. It's literally fucking impossible. So for those, like, you know, I'm not gonna call out anybody, but, you know, like, there are fucking some idiots out there like Crypto Rover. You know, like they're fucking Moonboy idiots that I have to block. You should not follow these guys. They just keep calling out for Moonboy season without any proof or even any consideration of how the market trends versus how many coins there are out there. We've had 1,000 days of a beautiful bull market, and don't be surprised if this bear market slaps you in the face and you get fucking liquidated because you're too stubborn to understand to take profit. Now you're like, it's like the tail end of the bar. Tail end of the bull market, and you're still trying to make monster gains. Come on, dude, get real. You know, the time to make monster gains, it's over. Like, accept that fact. Bitcoin bottomed in 2023 and we reached a massive bottom, and it's now time for us to make a major correction. And it's going to be well overdue. And for those that understand what I'm saying, my friends all understand this. They're the ones with millions of fucking dollars in the market, like well over 8 figures, close to 9. I'm well over, we all know what I do in crypto too. I don't need to talk myself up. You know, I do very well for myself. It's because I'm not a moon boy, and I understand that safety is a lot more important than actually, you know, nobody's DCing right now except for the idiots that are shilling their own coins. There's nobody that's stacking up Ethereum right now. There's nobody that's stacking up Bitcoin. Go look at the whale tables. Nobody's stacking up SUI. None of these coins are fucking going anywhere. They're all looking like absolute shit right now. So investing is not a good idea near the tail end of the market. The best thing that you can do right now is day trade. That's why I'm going to outperform everybody out there when it comes to day trade, or most of the people out there. I didn't take a trade yesterday at all because the market ended up settling, and I understand the risk involved. But today I logged on for 5 fucking minutes. I saw a trade. I put in $230,000. 45 minutes later, I made $7,400. I posted all my trades over here. I even posted it on Discord over here as well. It wasn't that direct, but it's pretty easy. I wrote to them really wanting this Hemi to drop. This to confirm the 4. A yellow clear trend line. If it drops, it makes the 4. And guess what happened? It ended up dropping just exactly like I said on Hemi. So all you gotta do is literally just look for these advantageous coins that are gonna eventually drop, and you can just short them, right? Like I short these coins day in, day out, and they yield a substantial amount of profit. So that's what I shorted, right? Basically right here. This trend line is the one that I ended up shorting right there. Okay, it's hard to see here, but you can see it. It only happened in a few minutes. This guy right there, I ended up shorting it because of a lower low, right? A lower high. See the lower high? See that lower high right there, guys? It's just squeezing. It's squeezing into this little apex right here, and then something's gonna happen, and I just happened to bet that it was gonna go down because there was a 5-wave count. And surely enough, it drops down. Not much. From there to here, it dropped 6%. But 6% was enough for me to make literally $7,500, which was about almost 4% that I made on it. So, like, I think that day traders that are skilled right now, they are going to heavily outperform the market. Like, they're going to outperform every investor out there right now. Your coins that you're buying right now, okay, they're not going anywhere. You think that Solana's going anywhere? Like, come on, guys. Like, this is ridiculous how Solana looks. Like, look at it on the weekly. Come on, guys. That's not a bullish chart in any way. This is called a hopium chart. You think Sui is looking amazing? Maybe. Maybe, like, you'll get lucky and maybe it's going to explode upwards there. But this happens in 2026. You think coins like HBAR are looking good? Look at them. They all look like absolute shit. There's not a single coin that looks good. The only coin that looks reasonable is maybe Ethereum. That's about it. Because it broke up this high over here, and it's now sandwiched between the other high. But Ethereum is in such a shitty fucking spot. How much money did I make on Ethereum? I'm just curious. I must have made a lot of money on Ethereum in the past 3 months. Let me just double check, you guys. I'm just really curious. Like day trading Ethereum on my public account, not even my private account. On my private account, I made, man, fuck did I make a lot on it. Let's just take a look. 21, 28. I don't even think I can go far back. How many months can you go back? Oh, 30 days, that's it. Nah, it's not going to show anything because 30 day I haven't traded Ethereum. So I just need to warn you guys that, like, see, look at Razi. Razi's like, Solana is going to go higher, bro. But he can't even fucking justify anything. The chart looks like absolute shit. Whenever somebody says something like, yeah, bro, it's going to go fucking higher. It's like, you can't even accompany a fucking logic with it. You can't even accompany a reasoning with it. So why the fuck would it go higher? Because you want it to go higher and because you believe it's going to go higher? There's this dumb noob mentality. Imagine if somebody like with 8 figures, he's like, yep, Solana and Ethereum's going to go higher. And then people are like, why? You know, they're like, oh, I just know it is. I just know it's going to go higher because I want it to go higher. This can't be the top. Why? Oh, I just know. Why? Oh, because. Why? This because the bull market hasn't ended yet. Why? It's like, oh my God. Like, don't, like, yeah, fuck. Yo, bro, like, I don't mean to be like mean, but like, there's a difference with people who have made 8 figures in the market and people that trade with $2,000 in their mom's basement, you know? That's a big difference, right? We don't trade. We don't invest based off of emotions. We invest based off of market sentiment. And the market sentiment is looking shitty. Like, you look at this, guys. Look at the total fucking 3 market cap. Like, maybe it's gonna break here. I hope it breaks here. For fuck's sakes, I hope that it breaks out of here. But the total 3 market cap for altcoin season has been stuck here for literally 5 fucking years, guys. Or 4 fucking years. We haven't broken above the high yet. When we break above the high, then it's a time to get excited, right? Why get excited now? There's no point of having false hope only to be disappointed. It's better to have a very rational bias where you think you can trade it once it breaks out. But until then, there's nothing to be excited about. Total 2 is at a resistance. You know, total 1 it broke above it, but it's still an expanding diagonal, right? But the only good news is total 1 is holding above the previous high. That's a good thing, right? That's a very good thing for now. You can see total for the 4-day here, it's in the expanding diagonal. You know, maybe there's a chance we're gonna get up here, maybe before the end of 2026. That would be fucking amazing if we can hit the top there again of the expanding diagonal. Until then, you know what? Yeah, ETF inflows, my fucking dick, bro. ETF inflows have been accumulated for over a year now, and where the fuck are we? Ethereum's at $4,200, man. I wouldn't be surprised in any way at all. Is like, okay, hear my crazy conspiracy. BlackRock and everybody else is trying to convince you guys in the Federal Reserve that Bitcoin, Cardano, Solana, you know, XRP, all these coins are going to the moon because it's now added to the Federal Reserve. All these countries are also adding it to their Federal Reserve as well. But they're not trying to actually accumulate it. They're just trying to create a false fucking hope that the market's going to go up because of idiot retail investors like us that are going to buy into the long position only so they can dump on you. They will dump the monstrous amounts on you just so they can buy back at ridiculously low prices. You think that the government wants you to keep buying because they're buying? Oh, they don't give a fuck about you guys. Like, you know that when you're born, your birth certificate is basically just an agreement for you to be a slave to your country. That's literally what it is. So if you think for a moment in any way that the government gives a fuck about helping you, you are sadly mistaken. So it's better to adopt. I think that people who think that the government is trying to help them are as stupid as the people who believe that we actually went to the fucking moon in 1969. You know, that's what I think. I don't mean to be rude, but that's what I think. You know, like, so I'm not going to be I'm not putting my money into anything. I'm only going to be day trading. That's why I created my indicator. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I created a new indicator that's based off of machine learning and kernel and also lots of different criterias. It's fucking wild. I created this new indicator that's going to help me long only the right conditions. It's called the kernel indicator. It took me 5 weeks to develop it and 18 hours a day. It's going to fire off the best alerts, okay? High probability alerts. So just as an example, today it fired off, you know, a Bard alert, right? Just as an example on Bard, I think on the 15 minute I was looking at it, Was it barred? I can't remember. I think it was barred. But it fires off all these signals. There you go. So on this one, it didn't fire off the best signal, right? But it didn't ride to the top there. So it also has a stats table. Okay, a stats table to tell you how many trades you've taken, the average win rate, the slippage, the P&L, etc. So the alert fired off today, and my bot took the trade, and then they closed it at the top there for about 15% profit. So this is a pretty wild bot that you can also backtest. Like you can go back, you can set it to the 4-hour or the 30-minute time frame, and then you can set it for like 25 bars back, just as an example, or 25 trades back, and it's gonna look back in the past based off of all the different configurations that I've made to fire off a signal to long, where they're very, very high probability with a 3-to-1 or a 4-to-1 RR. So just looking at even some of the like the top coins out there, right? Like let's see how it performed on some coins like Polkadot or Solana or other coins like that. So for example, on Polkadot, if my bot would have traded it in the past 25 trades over 332 days, the bot performed with a 75% P&L. That's just fucking wild. So look at some of the trades that it takes, right? You know, it's like if you just go back, it takes some really crazy trades. Like, for example, this one back in May, it took a trade for 24% profit. It prints off a buy signal. It prints off a sell signal. If you buy it, you get access to both the Discord and the indicator. It has a support channel, a full tutorials channel that's heavily managed. I'm not going to be doing dumb things like taking chances. During the downtime, I'm going to be building products that's going to help me win trades. I'm slowly moving into a quant trader that's going to focus on the mathematics, the programming, and also the backtesting aspect of this, and a lot of the mathematics, right? My background is in mechanical engineering and mathematics, so it's just naturally evolving into the programming side and the backtesting side of using algorithmic trading. And this is why I developed it. It's probably by far one of the best indicators out there. I'm only going to let 100 people sign up for a lifetime membership, and that's it. Look at the last 2 trades that it took, okay? Like it took this one over here. This is a monster trade too for 10% profit. These ones are kind of broken even. It only has a 40% win rate, but look at this. Even though it's got a 40% win rate, it wins 13.34% per trade. It loses 3.6% per trade. The RR is 3.5. That's how good this bot is, okay? And the last one over here, it made a monster move with 13% profit. This one, not as much. This one's a 2% profit. So some of the biggest coins out there, this bot's gonna trade it like a monster. So if you guys are interested in it, just take a look at the link below. There's a full tutorial video. Maybe it's gonna help you, maybe it's not. For Solana, it wasn't the best, right? It wasn't the best over 25 trades. Let's see a coin like Cardano. Some of the top coins we're going to take a look at. It's very interesting to see the stats. Cardano lost 4,200. I don't know if the stats are right for this. If the settings are actually right. I got to look back into it. I don't see how we could have lost 4,200 on this, considering some of the wins are monstrous, right? Maybe it has something to do with the cash not being reset. Let me refresh the page here. But this is a very, very handy tool to have. So the idea behind this, what I created, is the 30-minute and the 4-hour kernel alert fires off. So you get an alert for a long position that's really high probability. It needs to match a lot of things. It's got like fail-safe devices that's going to help you time it. I'm sure you've all entered a position, right? Just imagine you enter a long position because it's a green candle, right? Sometimes that green candle just ends up flipping. So I've created a lot of safety guards for entries and kernel flips and take profit extensions, basically all the rules that I would take. So just for example, XLM, okay? XLM over 25 trades, it made 66% in 425 days. So you basically just focus on the high probability, high profit coins, that you only trade these ones. So whenever an alert fires off here, what you do is you check. So for example, XLM fired off. I wasn't around for that. I was making dinner. So you go to XLM, you guys see that? XLM alert fired off. So you go to XLM, and then what you do is you take a look at the stats table over 25 trades. and you say to yourself, yeah, this guy won a lot. So then what you would want to do probably is enter it when the alert fires off, because this coin has a history of performing extremely well over time, right? So that's what I designed this to do. So lots of alerts have fired off, but today there's not that many coins to trade. I got to remove some of these shit coins out here like Alpha Omni. Okay, let's see how it performs. It's probably going to perform badly on a coin like UX. Oh, wow. Even on a coin like UX Link, where it's dropped like 84%, over 21 trades, this bot still made 21% profit. And we're looking at literally the fucking shittiest coin here. That's ridiculous. How about Alchemist? Alchemist lost 1,600. How about anything here? Velvet, random coin. Random coin, this doesn't have enough data. How about Sun? Let's see if it caught any of this coin here. This one went very, very parabolic. No, it didn't catch this one. But the point of the bot is not to catch every single trade. It's only to catch the ones that are safe, right? So today, let's take a look at some coins to see if we can find something to trade for you guys. Okay, so IN was probably a great coin to trade, but I didn't take it because I was really unsure of it. But now in hindsight, it might have done something like this, like a 1, a 2, maybe a 3, a 4, and a 5, something like that. I didn't take that trade though. I took the trade on Hemi instead. And then there's DAM today as well. DAM is this coin's a very difficult coin to trade. So over 6 trades on DAM, okay? You guys see that? 6 trades on DAM. This coin made 56% in 21 days. Okay? Here are some of the trades that I took. Here's the 6 trades that I took. It entered there. This one gives like 1%. It's not a big one. Okay? But this one, these ones are big ones over here. This one won 6%. And then there's bigger ones over here. They won a really big one that made up for all of it. Which one? This one right here. This one right there made up for all of it. So let's just say that you lose like 6 trades in a row, but you lose like maybe 1 or 2%, right? That's like 12%. And then all of a sudden you win that one big trade. This one trade here made 57% of my bot. 57%. It tells you exactly when to buy, exactly when to sell. And then then the rest it didn't signal off anything because it's smart. It's smart. It understands it doesn't meet any of the conditions. The conditions that it needs to use, Kalechi, I don't use the AVS anymore. It's still a very good screener, but this one has replaced it because it's better, right? So I keep innovating to release better products because that's what a quant trader does. A quant trader focuses on the mathematics and the programming and the back testing to find alternatives with algorithms to benefit in the market. I promise you that a quant trader like myself, using tools like this, we're going to outtrade every motherfucking day trader out there in the world that does it manually. Because when you have tools, you know what it does? It removes the emotional aspect of trading. Everybody is an emotional creature, myself too. For example, in Hi-Fi, that coin gave me fucking anxiety. I had to not trade for almost a week because it gave me the craziest anxiety trading that coin. So when you're using tools to help you trade, it's going to remove let me give you an example, okay, guys? I created 3 things called an entry safety. So one of the main criteria that this alert needs to fire off is called the KA window. It's called the kernel alert window. The kernel alert needs to trend. So the kernel is the green line. The green line is like an EMA on steroids. It needs to trend for a certain period of time over on the time frame over a period of time, and there needs to be a maximum distance from the kernel. So in this case, the kernel price needs to be plus or minus 6%. If it shows that, then it shows a stable coin that's not going too much up or too much down. So that's one of the first criterias. The second criteria is going to be the machine learning aspect of it. It's like a light machine learning. So let's just say you guys are in the position in your life right now, right, where you have to make a decision about something. So you might be thinking back in your life before to a time that might have been very, very similar to a decision that you made, and you would reflect on that decision. What decision did I make back then, and was it good or bad? That's what the machine learning does. It accounts for things like the CCI, the ADX, the RSI on the 9 and the 14, and also the kernel, and also this part here, the entry safety. It also accounts for like the maximum range that it can move above the kernel is 10%. If it moves over 10% up or down below the kernel or above it, it automatically disqualifies the trade because it's too parabolic. Why would you want to enter a coin that's too parabolic? And then it also accounts for things like the bar close. So if the candle itself is too big, it won't enter. It also accounts for things like the high minus the low. In case there's a large wick, you don't want to enter on that. So it prevents you from entering stupid parabolic coins, large green candles, and large wicks, because most emotional traders will do that. If it meets all of these criterias, right, it's going to look back. Where is it right now? So for example, on let's just go to fucking XLM. Okay, I'll show you guys on XLM. This is a perfect example, but you can't do this by yourself because it's not that you're not smart enough to do it. It's just that you're not capable to do it. There's no way that a normal trader will ever be able to do this. Okay, I'll give you guys a crazy example. Just watch. So you see how XLM won 66%? So just as an example, this one right here, okay? It entered there, it exited there for 10%. So on this buy signal right here, what it does is it says this. It says the RSI is doing this number, the ADX is here, the CCI is here, and the other RSI 9 is here. The kernel was acting like this. The kernel ranged here. And then there are 8 other neighbors. It's called KNN, K nearest neighbors. It looks back for 8 different scenarios that are very similar to this. If it finds 8 scenarios that are similar like this, it then votes. Does it go up or does it go down? Right? Does it go up or does it go down? So if it votes the majority of the times that in this situation it goes up, it gives you a green thumb. So if it votes over 5 versus 3, then what's going to happen is it's going to vote going upwards like this. KNM? No, it's KNN, brother. You can Google it if you'd like to, but it's called KNN. K nearest neighbors. Okay, so then it votes. If the majority of times in 8 situations similar to this, it went upwards, it's going to give you a vote. If it goes down, it does not give you an upvote. It gives you a down vote instead, and no signal prints off. I challenge anybody to create something better than this because you're never going to be able to compete with a bot that's programmed to succeed, as you can see here. But other than that, like today, there's not really a heck of a lot of coins that I'm really interested in trading. There's DAM. DAM I'm interested. Aster is a coin I strongly recommend you guys to be very, very, very cautious about because it's a coin that's been adopted by Binance, I would imagine. And coins like this, it can pump to the moon, but it can also drop. I would anticipate that Aster has the potential to be a coin like Hi-Fi, where it does something like that, okay? Goes up and then down, or like Pump BTC, that happened very recently as well. This is another coin you need to be extremely, extremely careful about. Pump BTC, where it went up so much and then it dropped 90%. So Aster is the talk of the world right now, but I highly recommend that you guys stay cautious about it, like very cautious, because you just don't know. You can long it at any moment and then it could crash. You just never know. So always make sure you're trading with a minimal amount compared to your traditional balance and position size when it comes to parabolic coins. But other than that, like I'm just kind of glancing at the market. IN is off the table. DAM is not making any type of reasonable waves I want to trade. Hemi's potential is now gone. But I do like Hemi in a way because I think there might be one more wave to the upside. Other than that, STBL has been moving significantly. So it's a lot of these newer coins that are coming out right now. But as you can see, these newer coins are also dropping like significant amounts. So as much as I'd like to tell you trade this today, it's not really possible to take a look at a lot of things. XRP, the only way that I short a coin is if it's moving up and it has a rally. If it's a coin that's moved up 5%, I don't bother looking at anything like that. It doesn't make sense for me to short anything that's been trending for 66 days in a stupid range. So XRP to me is just another random shit coin that hasn't moved at all in any way. Other than that, guys, I'm going to end the video. And, okay, I'll take a look at Pengu for Chef Ryan. Pengu doesn't look great in any way either. It's just random. Like, the only way you should be shorting a coin is if it has moved up a significant amount. Or it's dropped already, and then it's formed some sort of pattern. Okay, like it's got a very clear pattern, such as a bearish flag, that's going to make another drop to the downside, right? That's the only time you should really be shorting it. But if it's just a random coin that just like, bro, you could have shorted it there. 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 You know, like 100 other dudes put their dick in that bitch already, and you want to go in for sloppy 100s just because you can? I don't know about that, bro. You know, have some standards, right? Maybe don't even fucking pull out your dick and just look for another chick or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my opinion. Like, why would you want to be the last to the party to a fucking orgy fest, you know? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Look for a better coin. Keep your standards a little bit higher, right? So, like, it doesn't look good for a long either. It just looks like it's a shitty pattern that's in the middle of consolidating, and who fucking knows what's going to happen, right? The only time you should be longing is this. The only time you should be longing is if there's a clear peak, a drop happens, and then it breaks out, right? And then it breaks out like a clear one. And then it breaks out, and then you start trading the continuation because it's a new wave that's happening. But do you see that here? Like, no, it hasn't broken anything yet. It double topped there. Maybe be interested if it broke above there, but trading it in the middle is like not that interesting, right? That's a good way to like lose a lot of money. Okay, other than that, guys, I'm going to end the video here. And I'm very firm with that, guys, that only 100 people are going to get a lifetime membership to my new indicator. So take a look at it in the link below. Let's try to catch one more trade tonight, Elite Group and Platinum Group. I want to make $10,000 today. I'm not happy with $7,400. Who the fuck is happy making $10,000 or $7,400 a day? That's like five shoes for my girlfriend. I'm just kidding. She's watching this right now. She's gonna hit me after for sure. I gotta go, guys. I gotta go put on some armor. I shouldn't have said that. I gotta go put on my fucking medieval armor, because she's gonna come in here with her claws. Just be like, why do you talk shit about me on the fucking live stream? It's not 5 pair of shoes. It's like 3 pairs of shoes. When's the last time you bought me some shoes? You haven't even bought me shoes in a long time. So why the fuck are you talking about shoes? Like, you shouldn't be talking about me or even involving me in the live stream ever, you know? Whoa, baby, it's just a fucking joke, okay? Don't take it so hard. It's just a joke, not a dick, you know? Calm down. Okay, guys, I'll catch you guys later, okay? Take it easy.